Okay, here we go. So that's the second match between Cas and HasuObs. HasuObs is leading with 1-2-0, and now he's starting at the 12 o'clock start position, whereas his opponent is starting on the close air position in blue. Once again, we have Cas at 3 o'clock, and here's one computer enemy. I have no idea why they used the cloak version and added a computer, but they should have used a normal map instead. But apparently everything's fine, so we are just going to stream that game, and maybe the computer will have some additional impact on the game. We'll see about that, but besides that, HasuObs is just adding his first pylon at 9 supply. And we have Cas with his first supply depot as well. Cas had some problems with his computer early on and was just rebooting it. And the two players obviously know each other from Warcraft 3 times as well. And well, I have to admit that lately the Battle.net seems to run a little bit smoother, but there were times where it was really laggy for most of the players. And right now both players are just chit-chatting a little bit, both producing more harvesters. HasuObs on 12 supply right now, so he will add a gateway within a few seconds. Here it goes. We have the first gateway for HasuObs. And the blue player, the blue Terran player, is just adding a barracks as well, so another production facility for Cas, whereas he's going for a refinery after starting the barracks. And HasuObs is scouting. He's scouting with his probe and trying to get a glimpse into the main base of his opponent and just get some information about what Cas is up to. He'll see the gas, obviously, and know that Cas isn't going for any cheesy Makarax play or something like that. And of course, if Cas is relying on an add-on as well, HasuObs might be able to spot that. And we have more harvesters for the Protoss players as well as another pylon right in front of the choke. So HasuObs with a single gas so far is adding a cybernetics core after his gate finished. And we have still his scouting probe in the main base of his opponent. And Cas is immediately going for another barracks. So double barracks opening by the Terran player. Adding a reactor. He will add a tech lab as well to his second barracks in order to get some Marines out on the field and get his upgrades for his bio army. And the first Zealots, sorry, is going to enter the map really soon. Right now we have let's have a look at the harvester count. We have 19 harvesters for HasuObs, 16 for the Terran player, and only 6 harvesters for Computer Easy. So this guy will probably lose the game. I'm not sure if he will be able to pull through, but let's just wait for the game and how it unfolds. Maybe he will stand a chance in the late game. We have 2 simulators so far for HasuObs. So once again, he's relying on 2 gas. The Terran player just mining gas from one refinery. He pulled all the SCVs out of the gas and is currently focusing on Marines and adding a command center. So that's a really smart move by Cas. We see that with Terran. Okay, focus. Take a deep breath. Here we go. Okay, so we see that with Zerg players normally, that they pull out the harvesters from the refinery, from the gas, just in order to focus on minerals, and that's exactly what Cas is doing, as he only needs minerals to throw down his command center to get a lot of Marines, so he's able to defend his expansion if need be. And he put 3 harvesters on a gas again. He also took his second refinery, is adding a third barracks, and is on a Marine count of 6 Marines right now, whereas HasuObs added a sentry, so he's able to force field the ramp. And in his main base, he's still producing drones. He finished his warp gate upgrade and is just adding more gateways, or just upgrading his gateways into warp gates. The Stimpack is being researched for Cas, and obviously he's just trying to get the upgrade for his command center as well. Another orbital command will be able to supply him with an additional mule, and mules are really important to the economy of the Terran player, as all of you guys obviously know. We have 1 Marauder out already. The concussive shell will be researched in a bit, and HasuObs is just trying to sneak into the base of his opponent, just having a look at what's happening at the Terran player's base. He has a lead in this best of 3 match right now. He's on a 1-0 and is entering the base of his opponent, but will probably lose that Zealot. And well, HasuObs really needs to be careful about that, because the army of his opponent is superior to his own. And yeah, we said it's a cloaked version map, and obviously we can't use the observer tools on this map. So I'm sorry about that, but we have to rely on those. I think the 3rd match was played on a normal map, so we should be able to use all those tools Blizzard provided us in the last patch with these. Right now, HasuObs is just trying to contain his opponent, and he's adding a Nexus at his natural expansion. In his main base, he's going for a robotics facility. So just trying to contain his opponent, to contain Cass a little bit, in order to prevent him from using his orbital command. So let's have a look in the main base of the Terran player. We have an income of 1,000 minerals per minute. He's on 29 harvesters against 30, and HasuObs still trying to force field that ramp, still force fielding the entrance to the main base of the Terran player to provide him from leaving his base and take possession of his natural expansion. And there's a nice unit split by HasuObs as well. This is really well done by the Protoss player, and he is this Stalker was certainly in for some action. Just tried to sneak in a little bit, and nah, not really sneak in. I have no idea what the Stalker was trying to do right there, but he got annihilated within seconds. And here comes the Scout Factory of Cass, and once again concussive shell being researched for the Terran player. HasuObs adding another gateway in the Twilight Council. He's on 37 harvesters right now, mining out of 2 bases, and this is going to be nasty for Cass if he's not able to break the contain of his opponent pretty soon. But he has 2 medivacs on the way, so with the help of the medivacs he will either drop his opponent or just drop some units down here, and then try to get rid of the sentries and the force fields of HasuObs. But the Protoss player is retreating with his army and is using a last force field before running back to his base. We have a supply count of 75 against 83. Computer Easy is still only on 6 supplies, so this guy will have a hard time when he comes down to fighting, and his SCVs will have to deal a lot of damage if he wants to stay in this game. We have another expansion for the Terran player, so right now he's lifted off his orbital command and is just landing at the natural expansion, adding another command center in his main base as well as more production buildings. We have a 4th barracks for Cass, and Cass is moving out with his forces. Charge being researched for HasuObs, as well as the +1 armor upgrade. And here comes the Terran player. We have 81 versus 92 supply right now, so Cass has the lead supply-wise, and here he goes. Tries to snipe the next of his opponent, but immediately focusing the army of HasuObs, and HasuObs is in a really tough spot as he has to walk down this ramp, and this is a bottleneck, and therefore Cass is able to pick his units off one by one. The expansion is down, being killed, and now all those sentries are being attacked by the Terran player. Really nice timing by Cass, and this looks really pretty grim for HasuObs. And also all those units are able to attack the robotics facility, attack it from down below. Those 2 medivacs are providing sight, and here it goes. HasuObs is supply blocked, and he lost a ton of his attack buildings. He lost his expansion as well, so this doesn't look good for the Protoss player from Germany. HasuObs just trying to get more pylons. He's researching Blink. Charge has been finished, and we have... no, he didn't cancel it. He researched it. And we have another attack for the Protoss player. Dark Shrine being researched for HasuObs, but this is probably way too late as the Terran player already took possession of the gold minerals, of the rich mineral fields as well, adding his mules right now, and his income will just skyrocket. We have 800 minerals per minute for the Protoss player, and HasuObs, well, he's in for a lot of trouble as the income of Cass just increased to 1,700 and will probably hit the 2,000 mineral mark within a second. Here comes probably the last fight of the game. Here comes Cass. Force fields used by HasuObs, finally able to get down to the bottom of the ramp, but Cass using some nice micro to drop some of his units on top of the cliff, but HasuObs just charging behind the fleeing units of Cass. The Terran player trying to escape with those marauders orders, but HasuObs using Blink and Charge in order to hunt down all those units from the Terran player. So really good job by Hasu, but still it doesn't do him any good, as the Terran player, as Chaos, is still way ahead in this match. He's on 104 supply against 68. He has 54 harvesters against 33. He has 2 expansions. HasuObs doesn't have a single expansion yet. He's trying to warp in another Nexus. And we have Cass with a lot of SCVs at the rich mineral fields, as well as a decent amount of mules. And this is probably game for Hasu. Cass is adding a +1 attack upgrade for his infantry. He's adding a Ghost Academy and 3 more barracks, attacking his opponent right now. And once again, he's able to snipe off a pylon from the bottom of the cliff. HasuObs trying to defend with those stalkers, has to blink back. And this doesn't look good for HasuObs. Computer Easy is just watching down here while Cass is attacking HasuObs. And here we go once again. Stim being used by the Terran player. Force fields by HasuObs, but this time they don't deal enough damage. They don't do him any good. And here every unit of HasuObs is just annihilated. The Dark Templar is trying to deal some damage to the Terran Bio army, but the scan ends that attack as well. So this is the 1-1. Cass tied the game, and therefore we will see a third game between those two players.